A cold drizzle from overhead does little to dampen the spirits of the gathered crowd, which is assembled outside the old gate to wait for entry into the upper city. It is Founders' Day, when the citizens of Baldur's Gate venerate their city's birth with a great celebration in the Wide. And you may recall from the map, it's a large empty area in the upper city. On this day only, the gates of the upper city's Wide are thrown wide open. Flaming Fist mercenaries shed their service armor for their dress uniforms, and the finest of goods are imported from as far away as the distant lands of Kara-Tur. You are among this crowd, and after nearly an hour of waiting in the lower city, you are, at last, led with a contingent of other revelers up the rain-slick cobblestone and up through the old gate, where you emerge at the heart of the city's largest party. All around, the sounds and smells assault your senses. Hawkers shout to be heard over the crowd, pawning extravagant goods like scrimshaw from Icewind Dale, olives and preserved fruit from Chisenta, and even udon noodles from Kozakura and bean curd from Shulong. A squawk of indignance is issued nearby from a large blue bird with long patterned tail feathers, a peacock, you're told, from the faraway land of Durpar. The vendor proudly displays his other birds, such as parrots from Chult and toucans from across the Sea of Swords. He is interrupted when a battle of words breaks out between a vendor selling strips of darkened dry meat, apparently takes offense to a nearby stall selling whole smoked fish on the ends of long wooden skewers. A shabby-looking child appears to be taking in this particular spectacle with a wide grin on his face as the argument becomes increasingly heated. And on the far side of the Wide, barely visible at your distance, a large wooden stage has been erected. A small crowd is milling about, and atop the stage, mostly watch members and city officials, who appear to be waiting for the High House of Wonders to ring out the appropriate hour. You may recall the High House of Wonders is essentially the Church of Gond, the god of artifice and invention. And they have a clock tower that rings at the appropriate times. So you are all swept up in the crowd at this moment. Is anybody doing anything specific as you're being dragged in here?
There's this like old lady who's like shaking a thing, say the clock tower, and I'm just trying to get the hell away from her.
Okay, Dr. Brown.
No panhandling.
I'm going to edge closer to this argument between the fish vendor and the meat vendor.
It appears that the meat vendor is very upset because part of his business practice is the allure of the smell of smoked meat. And the guy smoking fish next door to it makes it smell really gross.
Yeah.
And it's totally tanking his business. And he blames the fishmonger for it.
I'm just going to keep an eye on this situation, and if it stops at words, then I won't get involved. But if it looks like it's going to come to blows, I'm going to interject.
It looks like they're mostly content to yell at each other right now with this like kid, this urchin who's kind of watching the whole thing. He's smiling, he's kicking his feet. Anything for you two?
Theodosius is trying to sort of remain on the edges of the crowd. He's not really big on being surrounded by people. Obviously, there's not really an edge of the crowd to remain on. It's quite crowded. But he's doing his best to sort of enjoy the day while also not getting into the thick of it.
You're antisocial at Disney World.
Yep.
So that's how I did Disney World.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
I'm drinking.
Good call.
I'm drinking. It is like the one day I managed to get out of the tavern.
Yeah.
And I am drinking, and I am having a fantastic time, and I am not interacting with anyone. I am by myself. It is amazing.
You can take the tiefling out of the tavern, but you can't take the tavern out of the tiefling.
No, ma'am.
We as a party are all a party at this point.
You are a party.
Because we share a dark secret, if I recall.
That is correct.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, we were involved in an assassination plot that went sideways.
What's your character's name again?
Dragomir.
Yeah, so Theodosius is sort of standing on the edge of the crowd, leaning on his staff and kind of turning his head around to interesting bits of noise and stuff like that, but he seems mostly content to just, like, hang out and let things be what they are.
Yeah. There are certainly people trying to do all of these things that you're describing. And Nemeia, even though it's like 10:30 in the morning at this point, people are drinking wine in the streets. It's a time of revelry. Normally, open drunkenness and drinking in public are not allowed in the upper city. They make exception for Founders' Day. Founders' Day is a big deal.
Oh, I'm well
It's
aware.
like a gigantic frat party for rich people.
I love a good day drink.
It's Mardi Gras.
It's the giant festival that happens out on the green right before exams because you fucking made it.
Basically, yeah.
Well familiar.
That's basically it. And that's what's going on right now. And everybody give me a d20 roll? Sure. Just generic roll.
1. Way to start off the campaign.
That's a
13. 15.
18.
Okay. So, Zanzer, as you're walking by, a bearded merchant grabs you by the shoulder. That's the second time you've stepped on my cloak, sir. You're either doing it on purpose, or you're the clumsiest oaf that I have ever seen.
You are clearly the blindest oaf you've ever seen, because I have not stepped in your cloak. I have never seen you before.
He holds up the cloak, and there's like a boot print on the bottom. He says, "This cloak is fine silk, and I'll see that you expect to compensate for the cost."
I do one of these where I hold up the bottom of my sole with my shoe. I'm like, does the boot print match?
Not at all.
I'm like, you, sir, are mistaken.
This is patently ridiculous. Guards! Seize this man! He destroys my belongings and taunts me. And the guards pay him no mind. He is becoming more and more irate. And at this point, I'd like to know what everyone's passive perception scores are.
I would like to know what that is.
I'm an 11.
12?
9.
This cannot be right.
Oh god, am I gonna be the...
The noticer? Well, he's probably the noticer.
Yeah, he's probably...
18, but that doesn't seem right. Oh,
Is
What?
it plus 8 on your perception? That'd be pretty impressive at first level.
yeah, I'm wondering if I made some
The perceptivist.
radiographical errors.
What'd you take for a feat, by the way?
God damn,
Super
it's been so long since I built this.
One of the feats gives you like plus 5 to perception, so if you did
Well, see, that might have been what I did. I might have taken alert. Oh, observant, that's what it is. I took observant,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is plus 5, so 18.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you notice everything.
I noticed everything.
Yeah,
One
you
with
are- You are quite aware, and Theodosius is aware, probably because Theodosius is like hanging out in the outskirts and observing more than being in the thick of it. But this appears to be a front. There are actually 2 pickpockets who are working the crowd, and they're using the fight as a distraction. And the 2 of you pick up on it like that. You can actually see the pickpockets, and they are actually starting to work on your party as this is going down.
The guards who are paying no mind, I can just sort of like, yeah, and, you may want to just sort of pay attention to his 2 little buddies behind here trying to pilfer my friend's pockets.
Give me a straight-up charisma roll. If you're trained in persuasion, add persuasion, I guess.
I just have a plus 1 on it. 3, yeah, they don't care.
They got a lot to worry about, so they will probably do something about that, but not before people get robbed.
Okay.
Now, I am fully involved in the distraction here. I'm deep into it. Do I even notice this interaction going on at all?
Probably not.
Okay.
With your passive of 9, you're
Yeah.
pretty bad at this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And do you do anything about this? Or?
I'm gonna go up to one of the pickpockets and tap him on the shoulder.
With a mace.
Donk.
It sort of gets up. Oi!
This one seems that you have, you're very interested in those goods.
I love smoked fish.
Yes, but you should probably pay for it.
Oi!
Would you like a piece of smoked fish? I can buy one for you.
He sort of like looks back at his partner. And he books it. He doesn't know what that's about. He's confused. His partner is just robbing, at this point, Dragomir. So he's going to make a sleight of hand check contested by your perception check.
Which is garbage bullshit. Yeah. 6.
Alright, yeah. Are you carrying wealth?
No.
What do you have on you?
I believe 10 gold pieces.
Alright, that 10 gold pieces is erased.
Yep.
Cross that bucket off your...
Not even sure I ever wrote it down. Yep, I did.
Well,
Well, not anymore.
welcome to be the first person to use a pencil on your character sheet.
I also rolled the first 1. I'm really striking out today. All right. I just crossed out the 1. Down to 0.
There you go. And as this is happening, you probably see this occur. And as you're about to properly raise the alarm and do something about it, you hear from the bell tower of the Church of Gond, doom, 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 and the crowd starts to quiet down. And at this point, if you work your way through the crowd enough, you can actually see the stage a little bit now. And the stage looks a little something like that.
That one?
That one?
Is it this one with the purple?
But you were somewhere in the merchant stalls. Go ahead and place yourself somewhere in these merchant stalls.
Oh, okay. There's some... Okay, right here.
Actually,
Oh my god.
actually.
I guess I'll have to go over near you because this sort of happened around the same time.
Oh, you died. Here?
It sucks.
That's fine.
Here?
That's fine. Yep, first place.
Okay.
Don't overthink.
That way you're lined up so you can throw past the stage if you need to. It's a Hail Mary, but you can reach it from there.
Everybody happy with your locations? Mm-hmm. All right. So there appears to be a whirlwind of activity on the stage as the bells are chiming. A bunch of the officials shut up, and they're like moving guys around. They pull the watch guys down from the stage. They are not supposed to be part of the spectacle. They are here strictly for security purposes. So they come down to guard the ramps on either side of the stage, and a bunch of city officials remain up there. And they start putting on like their fancy stuff, their sashes and everything. They're like ready for a public speech, some sort of announcement. And you see that among the people who are up on the stage, there is a man, a human man, who appears to be about 60 years old, who is staggeringly tall, nearly as tall as Dragomir. He is pushing 7'2" or 7'3", human man on top of the stage. And he's dressed in some pretty elegant finery, but he's also wearing some decent armor. Like, maybe not like marred from battle, but certainly something that would be effective in combat. Not just show armor. And he appears to be shown some type of deference on top of the stage, to the point where they're trying to organize things. He'll put a hand on somebody's shoulder and they shut up and back up and let him organize things. Somebody comes out front. It appears to be a portly man who is wearing spectacles on the end of the bridge of his nose. He's slightly balding on top, has a bit of a friar tuck going on in the natural pattern of his baldness. And he attempts to speak. He sort of does like the hand on the big belly. And he's drowned out by just generic crowd noise. And he starts to get frustrated and a little heated, and the large man behind him puts a hand on his shoulder and sort of gently nudges him aside. Alright. When he does this, the crowd erupts into wild cheers. He is an elderly but surprisingly strong-looking man who strides to the front of the platform. There's cheering, applauding, and the tossing of hats into the air for several minutes with no signs that it's going to die down. The man eventually holds up a hand to show that he's ready to speak, and the crowd obediently falls into rapt silence. All except for one person in the crowd who shouts, "We love you, Abdel!" And he responds, "I love you too, Baldur's Gate."
I know.
The cheering explodes even louder than before, shaking the ground underfoot with a rumble that you can feel in your belly. The speaker eventually raises his hand once again, and then begins speaking. For several minutes, he heaps civic praise on Baldur, the founder of Baldur's Gate, expounds on the virtues of shared opportunity, and waxes poetic about the future. And then quite suddenly, his speech trails off, and he starts looking out among the crowd. He doesn't look at anyone in particular, but instead it sort of looks like he's trying to look through the crowd, like he's very distracted. A worried murmur starts to rumble through the crowd, but above all of it all, you hear, "Hey, look up there in the window!" Not knowing which window to look at, you quickly scan the nearby buildings, and among the onlookers from the upper floors, you can actually see several people who are armed with crossbows.
Oh, delightful.
And they fire.
Oh, shit! Alright, let's go.
So, this map does not have the buildings on it, so here's how we're going to do it. These guys are up in rafters on buildings. If you want to get up there and fight them person to person, you're going to have to climb into the building.
Yes! I like doing that thing. I need new beer for this.
I'm assuming we're allowed to have our weapons in this area?
You are. They have not actually taken your weapons away. And when Brian returns, we shall roll initiative.
Brian has returned.
All right, let's roll initiative.
How high up are they?
20 feet.
Okay. I have a 3.
A 3 for Nemeia.
I have a 12.
Yep.
12 for Dragomir.
I have a 6.
A 6 for Zanzer.
I have a 7.
A 7 for
We are just
Theodosius.
napping at the wheel.
I might not notice when somebody's taking stuff out of my pocket, but give me a building to climb and I'm all over it.
And a natural 1 for the villains.
Wow.
Yeah. We're off to a rousing start with these D20s. So
Well,
you
day drinking takes it out of your reflexes.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. What winds up happening is, first off, they all fire their bolts into the crowd.
Great.
3 crossbow bolts go indiscriminately into the crowd, killing immediately the 3 people that are struck. They're just random passerby that are enjoying the party.
Random mercy killings, yep.
1 bolt hits Duke Abdel Adrian on the stage. Hits him right in the gut. He just sort of snaps the bolt off and tosses it aside like it's a toy.
What a badass.
One of the guards on the watch down at the foot of the ramp takes one right in the throat and goes staggering down to her knees. And then one of them goes at a random party member. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and count them up with a D4. Zanzer, it's coming at you.
Oh, douche.
Kill the ranger!
What a douche can have.
Kill the ranger. Alright, ranger, you're probably totally fine. That's a 9 to hit. All right, they do that before the initiative count begins. Starting with initiative 20, Abdel Adrian snaps the bolt off. He's still looking through the crowd. Like this, he just got shot by a crossbow bolt in the guts. And there's obviously guys raining death into the crowd, and he's not even paying any attention to them. He's like seriously, intensely looking through everybody gathered in this courtyard. On initiative 15, Zanzer, you actually catch something happening on stage. One of the city officials, one of the like more important looking guys, he's wearing the accoutrement of a high cleric of Gaunt, as well as one of the sashes of being one of the upper crust.
He's got a fancy cooter.
He's got like some sort of assistant up there who is a guy wearing like a red fez and a colorful robe. He whispers something in that guy's ear and then books it. He just like leaves. He's out of this. He doesn't want to be in the danger.
Okay.
Then next up is Dragomir.
All right.
Just quickly, does it seem that happened after the shots fired, or does it seem like before shots fired he was
After
ready
shots fired.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to dash as my action and go and climb the building.
All right, athletics check, s'il vous plaît.
All right. Something I should be good at. Let's see how it goes. Why can't I see athletics? Oh, there it is. 12.
That is sufficient. You managed to clamber up the building awkwardly, but you are now up there with him. You can go ahead and place yourself on the black border if you want to signify you're up high.
Hi.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Next up after you is, you see that there is a captain of the watch who is out patrolling with a bunch of watch cronies. They were like we would think of like a police uniform, like a dark blue kind of colors with black collars and a gold chain on a sash across. And she appears to be the one in charge, and she issues a hurried command to about a dozen watch members, and they start trying to climb into the buildings as well. They leave the streets and go up into the buildings. Because of that, they are going to be out of the fight. Let's see. Everybody except for Dragomir sees that there is a man at the foot of the stage. He is a man who appears to be maybe Sembian. He's got sort of a darker skin tone. He's wearing some big, badass-looking armor. It's his show armor for sure, but it also looks like some pretty serious business armor. He appears to be a pretty big muckety-muck. And he, like, immediately, as soon as he sees the watch vacate the streets, does one of these. There's a wave of disgust and frustration on his face. He's trying to gain the attention of Abdel Adrian, who is still just scanning the crowd. Next up, Theodosius.
I cast Sacred Flame on this jerk right here closest to me. He can make me a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
He gets an 11. Big whip.
So he can take 1d8 of radiant damage.
In his butt.
In the butt. He takes 7 points of radiant damage.
Ouch. He's still alive. But you can see it definitely like reels him off of his game. He was one of the guys firing the crossbow into the streets.
Yeah, and so for my movement, I guess I am going to also try to climb up there. To go mono a mono.
Alright, give me the athletics check.
Nope.
Okay.
That's an 8 on the die.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that has like the stucco veranda, so
Yeah.
you can't really get a foothold on it.
And just keeps chipping off.
Yeah. Alright, Zanzer, you are up.
So, how high are these booths that are around us?
Between 10 and 15 feet, depending on what they're selling.
Okay, so I'm going to book over, including this one. This one looks a little bit more.
That one's like a
open
10. It looks like this one would be a 15.
Okay. What I want to do is try to be in a place where I can both kind of crouch down to get cover from the lateral guys and take a shot at this guy.
That one has a raised elevation point and a table of goods. You can stand on the table and get
Well, I want cover so that these two guys
from that guy. Okay.
These two guys can't shoot me sideways.
Okay.
So something that's a good angle from here.
Well, that's probably long range for his crossbow.
That's pretty long.
That's probably true. So good point. I'm more worried about this guy. So I'm going to duck behind this one and then try to shoot that guy. I'm also going to free action yell at civilians to, like, get down, you drunken dumbass. Because there's always that one who's just... All right, let me
The guys who are up there, by the way, they do get half cover from your position.
Is that
They're hiding behind windows.
disadvantage, or is it,
No, they get +5 to their AC.
Okay.
Or +2 to their AC. 5 is...
Okay.
There's the one guy from Jurassic World, played by Jimmy Buffett, taking both of his margaritas.
Yes, the Margarita Man.
It's going to be a non-natural 20.
That is going to strike him. Big money.
I need a bigger font on my character sheet because I'm old and feeble.
That's why I do mine custom.
That's going to be 5 points of piercing.
That's a good hit. You catch him sort of right above the collarbone, and he reels back and he starts to like crouch down to reload his crossbow.
Oh, and that jerk who tried to try to, scan me. I'm like, you don't have to duck. You stand right there.
At this point, on initiative count 5, all of the city officials who are up on the stage, except for Duke Abdel Adrian, peace out. People are screaming, they're running in every direction, people are getting trampled underfoot, and these officials are being cordoned off and escorted out by the watch. They are also out of the fight. At this point, a couple things occur in terms of moving around now physically through this area. All squares are now difficult terrain. You may make an athletics check to push people aside. If you succeed, it means they will not be difficult terrain. If you fail, you will fall prone. And if you end your turn prone, you take 2 points of damage as people trample over your body.
Nice.
Oh,
Unless you're me.
Just listening to something about this.
Alright. Nemeia.
I want to cast Firebolt up at this guy up here in the window. So that's going to be a non-natural 20. Cool.
Very good.
So I cast Firebolt at him, and he takes 6 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I would also like to make an athletics roll to move towards the building to try to climb up there.
Okay, get up there. So are you doing the athletics to push away the difficult terrain?
Yes, and it's a 20.
Okay. You ignore difficult terrain, you may move freely to the building, and now give me another roll to get up the building if you want to climb.
Yes. I do.
Spewing fire in the middle of the street will just cause a
That's
park in
going
the
to be...
crowd.
It's an athletics check, you said?
It is.
So it's just a 17.
You are up into the building. Yeah, this one happens to have like some low overhanging roofs. It's like a slope down, sort of like Adobe style structure. You're able to scoot right up the roof.
I'm a little bit drunk, but I'm using my tail as like a third leg to like push me up the building.
your tail.
Nemeia and her third leg.
Yeah.
Always the life of the party. All right. So on the final initiative count, which is the Monstars, they take your mojo in the big game, and Michael Jordan saves the day. No. So first off, the one that's in a building with Nemeia drops the crossbow, draws a dagger, and attempts to shank you
Okay.
with a crit.
Well, shank away.
Critically shanked.
Shank away.
Shank away, shank away, shank
Away.
away.
Shank
all.
away. That's 5 points. Piercing.
Okay.
Yikes. How are you doing over there?
I'm good. I took the tough feat, so I'm
Oh.
actually at 10 hit points, so I have 5.
Crossbow boy over there is going to take another shot at Abdel Adrian. He is going to strike him.
Super long range. Did you do disadvantage?
Oh, no, he's not. He misses.
Yay! I
Then
saved the Duke.
Rules learning.
we have a man fighting Dragomir.
Yes.
He uses his action to disengage,
Mm-hmm.
and he scoots down the side of the building.
Oh, you
Yeah.
little bitch.
Books it as far as he can get, which is right here. He is terrified. You're gigantic.
I am. I'm a big fucking dude.
Yeah. This dude right here wants to take a shot at one of you. He's going to roll at random to see which one he targets. Okay, that's going to be Nemeia. That's super long range, and you have cover. So add 5 to your AC for this shot.
Cool.
Total of 12.
Nope.
Hooray!
So he misses. And then the guy up top of the building here currently has a Theodosius in his face. He drops the crossbow and goes to knife you.
What? Does he? In the building?
Yeah, aren't you up there? Oh, you failed
No,
your
I failed my
She's
check.
over
Oh,
here.
he shoots straight down on you with a 9.
Yeah. Eat a dick.
Okay, yeah. For what it's worth, every time one of these guys misses with their crossbow, it's hitting somebody in the crowd and they're getting, like, waxed.
That's not great
No,
either.
that's
No,
bad.
we don't want
Actually,
that.
I'm chaotic neutral. I don't care.
The passerby, well, that'd be pretty evil. The passerby are all 1 hit point wonders, so they are not going to do well with that bullshit.
Goddamn minions. Crowds of minions.
At the top of the initiative order,
Pardon me.
Abdel Adrian continues to scan the crowd, and at this point he slowly unsheaths his longsword.
About
Oh,
freaking
God.
time.
Oh.
At this time, the rumbling and jumbling has caused a lantern up on one of these storefronts to rattle loose from its hanging post, and it falls onto a pile of hay,
Of course it does.
causing this fire.
Woo!
Oh, damn.
There is also a woman wearing a fine dress who is nearby.
Who was on fire?
The oil splashes onto her dress, and she is now on fire.
Oh, God.
Dragomir is not excited about the burning woman. Brian is.
Top of the batting order, you see that the guy wearing the red fez from on top of the stage gives a quick nod as the noble leaves, and then scoots behind the stage to take up the defensive position. We are at the top of the order with Dragomir.
Alright. Jumping back down out of the building.
Okay.
Is that an athletics track?
It will be, yes.
Alright.
Well, acrobatics to reduce damage as well.
Well, athletics would be a 21. If that's doable.
You're able to climb down the building with ease.
Okay.
It does cost double movement, so...
Alright, so that's 5'10". And then does that athletics check also cover me getting through the crowd? No?
not.
Okay. Then I will make a separate one. 13?
That doesn't.
Okay. So then I move up to here. And I can brain him with my Morning Star.
Braining with a morning star.
Good morning!
Good night.
That is a 15.
That strikes him.
For minimum damage, which is 5.
Noted.
5 braining damage.
Still alive.
I figured. That is all I have in attack.
Okay. After you, it is Theodosius.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Remember that the crowd is making it difficult terrain, so cut all your defeats in half.
Yeah. So. Shit.
Casting range is not cut in half, so that's what you're going
Casting range isn't cut in half, no, but Theodosius sees a woman on fire, and that's a bit more of a scarier
It's gotta be
thing.
noble about it.
Yeah. So
This is the
it's
difference between lawful
1,
good and
2,
lawful neutral. Is
3.
she's going to help the people, and I'm going to hurt the bad guys.
1, 2.
Zanzer.
Difficult terrain, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Shit, there's no real position I can get to shoot at this guy without the cover.
He's going to cover because he's hiding in a
10 feet.
window regardless of what
Yeah, I'd have to move like over here. All right, I'm just going to take another shot at a disadvantage at this schmuck.
No disadvantage. Cover gives him a bonus to his AC.
Oh, bonus to his AC, okay. And I'd like to, just for flavor, I'd like to, take a step back when I aim and actually step on that asshole's cloak while he's trying to run. So he goes.
Take advantage of the shot.
He gets gank actually.
Really grind your foot into
You know when you have advantage?
No, let's
Little
just
flavor?
finish that. Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's going to be 16.
Alright, that's going to hit him.
Ooh, 11. Max damage.
Yes.
That would insta-kill him if he still had 11 hit points.
Nice.
First blood.
Oops, sorry, I guess I stepped on your cloak.
Bitch.
Very nice.
They're like,
Oh no, that's Henri. Never
That's
mind.
Henri. He's over there. Alright, well done. Anything else, Zanzer?
Nope.
Nemeia.
Actually, I got a little bit of move, so I am gonna. I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna try to scoot. I'm gonna stay right there. Never mind.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind.
Alright, Nemeia.
I'm going to grab this guy. Is he wearing metal?
He is not, actually. He's wearing leather armor.
Oh, what a bitch.
Shocking grass.
Oh, how did you know? So I'm gonna,
I
I'm gonna grab him and cast Shocking Grasp, which will leave me with 17.
That hits.
Yeah, so he's gonna take this many damage, which is 7 damage.
Yeah, you shock him, he drops the bow, and falls.
I pick up the bow.
He appears to be out of the fight. It is a standard issue heavy crossbow.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Now you shoot into the crowd.
Is he just dead?
You
Is
toss
he
him over.
dead or prone?
He's very dead.
That was aesthetically pleasing.
He's got to do the Willem scream as he falls off that.
Or the goofy scream.
Oh my god.
Yup.
We're all done. Alright, let's see. That was Nemeia. It is now the villain's turn. There is one down here. Now he has to fight Dragomir. He doesn't like that.
Yes, he does.
He takes the dagger on you
Okay.
with a 6.
Nope.
Guy up in the building sees Theodosius. Takes a shot on Theodosius.
Any disadvantage for shooting through the smoke there?
Yes, it's disadvantage for shooting the smoke, and also you have partial cover from the crowd between you and him.
Being that I'm super
I don't
lawful,
know
I'm
how
being
I feel
the
about
player
that.
This time around, I guess.
He misses wildly, and it caps some old lady in the crowd.
No, Grandma, no!
Yeah, she's dead. Don't worry about it.
Grandma got shot by a bandit.
She's
I'm in
she's
here.
quite
This
safe.
is
The real
serious.
girl will not
It's
save
okay.
her.
Not that I
She's
got
not a
hold
hero.
of it.
She's for the dying one to
Oh.
remember. It's gonna be somebody who can actually be making death saving throws. It'll be useful for NPCs if they have names. Grandma doesn't.
Nope.
She used to have a name. She's dead.
Granny Doe.
World's deadest grandma.
This guy up here,
World's okayest corpse.
Wow.
on a 10 plus, he goes on one of you. On a less than 10, he's going to shoot Abdel Adrian. He's going to go after one of you. He targets Zanzer.
I probably have cover of some sorts.
You do.
I'm amazed no one's shooting at me. I'm like 8 feet tall.
Add 5 to your AC. With a total of my 10.
No.
Yeah, 10's not going to get there. Alright, these guys are not doing a good job of killing you yet. Give them time.
Okay.
It's their first day on the job. Alright,
Ours too.
at the top of the initiative order, the stampede of people trying to leave this open square comes bull rushing through Zanzer's position. It knocks over this market stall, and it happens to catch, just barely, the necklace around the neck of one of the noblewomen who's trying to flee. She is down like this, and she's currently asphyxiating on her own jewelry.
Oh god.
Humans.
That sounds like a Theodosius problem.
Yeah, well, Theodosius is currently sandwiched between problems.
The problem sandwich.
Yeah.
Dragomir,
Yes.
you are the problem sandwich.
Can I brain this guy subdually?
You may try.
Alright. Is there any disadvantage for that? Or?
It's a bludgeoning weapon, you're fine.
Alright.
I'm gonna say if it's a bladed weapon, subdual damage is not easy, and you have
Yeah.
disadvantaged hits with a flat beat.
Well, to be fair, the damage type is piercing on Morningstar.
I'll give them +2 to their AC.
Okay. Well, the roll is a 19.
That still is.
Okay. And that is 10 points of damage.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Okay.
He is bleeding from the temple. If he's not given medical attention in the next 10 minutes or so, he will bleed out.
Okay.
Of note is when he does topple onto the ground, people start using him as a platform. They're running over his body.
It was worth a shot, but I think I'm just going to leave him there. If he gets trampled to death, he gets trampled to death.
It's his fault for shooting into a crowd, really.
Well, I'm not afraid of killing him. I want to take a prisoner, but there's more problems to be dealt with, so I can't really be lugging a prisoner around with me right now.
Prisoners.
Dear Theodosius, it is your turn.
So I'm just going to put him over here.
So, I shout out to you, and I point out the woman who's currently on fire. I'm like, do something about that! And I
am not
will-
made of water.
Please do that voice. That's
Oh, I
Yeah.
just got way more
Oh my
into
god.
it.
Dragomir is a
Great.
big, giant Slavic scary Goliath.
Oh, that is great.
1, 2. Can I use my my athletics check to push someone out of the way to sort of grab someone who's running and like assist them
Yeah,
with running?
if you make your check, you can flavor it however you want.
I do.
What's
That's
your-
a 19 on the
Oh,
die.
yeah. Yeah, easily. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeet. And I grab her necklace and I snap it.
Okay.
So she is no longer asphyxiating.
It's going to require some type of a roll to snap that necklace. I'll let you decide what you want to use.
Where did I put my character sheet? That's probably an important part of this, isn't it?
I got you.
Thanks, kid.
This is why I'm her wife.
I'm not good at any of the physical stuff.
I wouldn't allow you to justify.
Title of your sex tape.
Sleight of hand would be acceptable.
Yeah, I'm also not very good at that.
Or an attack roll.
Yeah, I attacked the necklace.
And also her neck.
Oh.
How bad is it?
That's a 1.
Okay. She is still choking. You're trying to snap the necklace off, and it's a sturdy piece of jewelry. It's hard to snap. So you're still fighting with that. She is currently choking. She falls unconscious. Zanzer.
She can't die in 6 seconds. I'm gonna take just give me a step to
She
the.
can if you shoot her.
I was gonna say, ask David Carradine about that.
It's still longer than 6 seconds. I mean, you gotta enjoy it. Just shift my right. Just shift me 5 feet, and I'm gonna and I'm gonna shoot that guy.
All right.
Has he still got cover, or it's kind of a dead-on shot right there?
Yeah, he still has cover because he's in a window, but it's only +2.
I forget that he's in a window.
Yeah.
It's not an open ledge.
It's not like an open
Got
ledge.
it. That's gonna be a 15.
Your dice are on fuego today.
Yeah, not too bad. Oh, I should roll my day. Oh, it's only 4 points.
That's actually enough. He goes spiraling out the window into the crowd.
I'm gonna tuck back where I started, just to get some cover in case I need it.
Okay. At the end of Zanzer's turn, it is the man.
And scan the area for other enemies.
I wouldn't be able to hit that guy with a crossbow because he's in the building, like right.
He is
next
in the
to me,
building over there. Yeah, you could leave the building to take a shot
You
at
could parkour over
Am
the
I?
rooftops.
Is it the same building? Is it like an apartment, and I can go out into the hallway and go into the room that he's in?
It's not the same building, but I will do what Brian says. If you can parkour by making an acrobatics or athletics check, we'll call it DC 14. You can sprint along the rooftops to get there using
Just
your
Daniel
regular-
Craig and burst through the
Yeah.
sheetrock.
Oh, I can acrobatics that.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I'll.
Step into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to acrobatics out into the building over there to get this guy. And I'm being very clear, as drunk as I am, I don't want to kill this guy. I just want to subdue him and ask. I just want to ask him a couple questions.
Okay.
I just want to ask him a question.
I
I
just
swear to
wanna-
God, I
it's like,
just want to ask him a question.
Sir, I just want to ask you a question. Just want to ask a question.
It's
you,
about
sir.
the shoes thing.
And that's, I think, a 3. Yeah? I can't see from here.
Womp womp.
Yeah, alright, so you're going to go tumbling down onto that street cart. If somebody can place you prone on that cart.
Yeah,
The
Millennium.
one over there, actually, the one to my right. Right there, yep. Yeah, you go tumbling down into the cart, and when you land on it, you
Those are
land...
like dumplings, big dumplings.
Yeah, it's big dumplings. You dig 1 point from landing on a big
He
dumpling.
took a big dumpling.
You've been dumpled.
You're double.
Anything else on your turn?
I mean, all I did was fall out the window, right? So I still have movement, yeah?
It was your whole movement to make a shot at this. You can use your action to stand up if you want. Basically, dash
I'm gonna use my action to stand up, and that's my turn.
Okay. You do have cover right now because you're inside of a smashed merchant stall.
Yep.
Covered in dumplings.
I like stand up. There's like an upside down bowl on my head, and there's like the cloth is wrapped around me, and I'm like, I'm the king of drunk. Let's
You
do
like
it,
ramen
guys.
noodles poking out of your hat. Alright, so now it is time for the crossbowmen who are still up, which is one guy, right?
One dude.
Alright, one dude. I'll make a random roll to see who he wants to target this time around. Zanzer.
Again. I got some
You got
cover.
some mad cover and he's firing at disadvantage. No, you did just kill one of his friends.
2.
He sucks at rolling dice, so you're actually fine. It goes whizzing off into the building. It actually doesn't kill anybody because you roll one. Clank. Nice.
He forgot to aim down, so he just shoots right across the street into the opposite building.
Yes. At the end of the third round, we enter the next part of the challenge.
Oh,
I hate this.
the dragon appears.
Horrified screams pierce the frightened clamor of the crowd. Glancing around, you see small clear spaces open up as people struggle to distance themselves from scenes of the slaughter. Armed warriors are grabbing people in the crowd and repeatedly stabbing them.
What the fuck?
Oh!
Are these
This is
soldier
not-
types? Are these like?
This is the second worst Founders Day ever.
Are these the members of the Watch? Or like
No,
the
these are
official
just
people?
like criminals that
Is
are up
this
here
The
with...
Witcher?
It's not the Witcher, but it's just a guy. But they're up here with scimitars, and they're stabbing the shit out of people in the
Jesus.
streets, just indiscriminately.
Well, that's bullshit, and I don't stand for it. Not one bit.
Alright. Let's see. Good enough.
I'm gonna die.
They need to enter the initiative order.
You know that much damage?
Stick
I
five.
only had 10 hit points to start, and then I fell out of a fucking window.
They said you took toughness feat.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
only gave me 10 hit
She's a
points.
wizard.
I'm
Yeah.
a wizard. I have no armor, my
She's a
dude.
tough wizard.
What was your original hit points?
10. And then I took 5, and then I fell out a window for 1.
Good news is, at the end of the third round, the Watch finally makes it up into the buildings.
Good
that man is
fucking
killed by
job.
the Watch.
Good. About time.
And now we got two big
Good
bastards
throw.
who are stabbing their way through the crowd.
Yeah.
And this shit's still going on. In fact, the burning lady expires.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, don't blame me. I didn't get a turn before she died, okay?
I was thinking about it.
Your spells include Firebolt. Dragomir, it is your turn.
Alright, and am I still making athletics checks to ignore the difficult terrain?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to make one of those. 16?
Yes.
Alright. And I'm going to dash as my action, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. Anything else? That's it?
That's it.
All right. These guys who are killing people in the streets are literally just doing that. They spend their entire turns grabbing passerbys as they're running by, knifing them several times in the guts with a scimitar, and throwing their corpses on the ground.
So, Murder in Baldur's Gate, that was not just a clever title.
No, this is a real thing that's happening.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
There's
It's more like a slaughter, really, but...
I thought somebody.
It's like a
I
SummerSlam.
thought
Yeah,
somebody was
like
going to stab
murder
Mr.
implies
Body,
like
and we each
one-
played one of the,
maybe two,
this
maybe
peacock, and
While this is going on, by the way, on their same initiative, a couple more of these thugs ascend to the stage. And at this point, it's like a couple of the watch members who stayed behind to guard the dukes, who are now like trying to defend Abdel Adrian. And Abdel Adrian's like pushing them out of the way and cutting dudes down.
Yeah, his stuff is covered.
He's kicking
I imagine a bad guy of this caliber, like, it's not being explicitly described, but he's up there just kicking ass. Just the ass is being kicked.
He literally is kicking. At one point, he kicks a guy so hard he was flying off the stage 10 feet through the air and lands into the crowd.
Yeah, he just radiates ass kicking.
Yes. He's got an aura of ass kicker.
But he's
Can
doing
you
it
roll
distracted.
1d10
Like, he's
ass
clearly
kicking
not on his
damage?
A game. He's clearly not on his A game. He is just cutting down dudes sort of like paying attention to something else. Like he's waiting for something. And that's what you take away from that in the brief seconds before these fuckers show up and start murdering people in the streets. So next up, Theodosius. This woman's still choking.
I am going to try to first take her weight off the necklace.
Okay.
Get my arms up underneath her and just make it so she's not immediately in danger of choking. And make an insight check to see if I can find the clasp of the necklace.
That's more of a perception check. Insights for people.
Fine.
I would allow also investigation or sleight of hand.
Yeah. Funny thing about that,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a perception check because I'm not bad at that. And that's a 6.
Okay.
Fuck this necklace!
Yeah, it is cursed. You live in the outer city. You don't see jewelry like this very often. You were able to relieve the strain on her neck as long as you remain centered on her position right now.
I basically have to be
Don't
pinned
move.
down.
Yeah, you were literally spending your turn to keep her from asphyxiating.
Yeah.
Currently. Anything else on your turn?
Oh! I get extra attacks.
Yep. You want to try again?
I try to attack her necklace again.
All right, it does use one of your channel divinities, I think. Right? Or you can use it up to the number of times for your wisdom modifier.
Yes.
So.
And I haven't used any yet, so I get 3 of those. That's an 8.
That's actually good enough.
Good enough?
You see the necklace, it doesn't damage. So
Yeah.
you get into this necklace, you snap it, and like little beads and stuff go flying off the necklace, and color starts to bloom back into her face. She's still prone. Somebody will have to help her up, or she's going to get trampled.
Yeah, I'll help her up. I'm already holding her up.
Okay.
I'll
So you
stand up
basically
and bring her
spend your
with me.
move, action, and bonus with your war clericness to get her up on her feet.
Yep.
She's no longer dying. She looks around frantically, doesn't even pay attention to the necklace, and tries to book it out through the rest of the crowd when she's got her wits. Zanzer. She was bad, dude.
So, are we still difficult terrain?
Yes.
And what was it? You said athletics to get a normal
Athletics,
terrain?
yeah.
And that doesn't cost us movement or action or anything, right?
No, but if you fail it, you'll fall down.
Oh,
get
fall
hurt.
down, go boom.
Scrape your knees. Be sad.
Yeah, we'll risk it. Actually, do I need to risk it? Hold on, I gotta stand up and see. No, I don't need to
not
risk
like
it. Can I get... What is this? Can I stand on top of this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to... 2 and 1 to get up. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to yell to Dragomir, "Comrade, it's quite the party, don't you think? I've had better Founders Days." And I got up so I could maybe target these schmucks without accidentally hitting the crowd. This is why I did that.
Yes.
I don't know if that helps.
We'll make it so you have to miss by exactly 1 to hit somebody in the crowd.
Okay. I'm going to start doing this twice at the same time. So
They should lower AC than the moves.
Whoa! 24 to hit. And
Whoa.
Max damage of 11.
Hell yeah!
You're shooting the one closest to me?
Yes.
Okay. He takes 11 damage.
We'll just shot, my friend.
Very still alive. Now he knows you're there. Nemeia.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do 5, 10, 15.
Remember to double it because of the different terrain.
I'm gonna chill right there. And... Yeah. This is one of the stabby stab guys, right?
Oh yeah, you betcha. Don't you know?
We call him
One of
Stabatha.
the funny looking ones.
You know, can I see what he's looking for?
He just appears to be scanning the crowd for something.
Okay.
He has expectations that have not yet been met.
Can I also try to scan for expectations?
You may do that. You'll spend your entire action to do so. It's a perception check DC 18.
I'm gonna launch a firebolt at this guy.
Thought you might. He's been making checks every turn. That's why he doesn't do anything.
Of no, is that guy wearing steel armor? Or iron armor? Metal armor?
No, he's wearing leather.
Motherfucker.
What a sexy
It says so
bitch.
right in the card. Tough thing.
I believe you.
You know, once word gets out about shocking grasp, it's
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
That's a 9.
A 9. This is also a harbor town.
Yeah.
People don't want to drown. 9 is a big whiffer.
I do.
Okay.
It's a fireball.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes careening into the crowd and somebody gets incinerated.
Oh, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that. Even though I'm taller than the crowd and I see everything.
Well, at least it doesn't smell
I
like
was
fish anymore.
aiming.
hit the fish
I
stall.
look over at him like, what? I was aiming for someone else.
Is that roast pork? The drunk just started lobbing fireballs into the crowd.
I blow it in my hand. I'm like,
Alright, that's actually the end of the first round of these moves, so now it's on to Dragomir.
More dashing, I suppose, is in order.
Dashing through the crowd.
Stepping on the head.
big ass Goliath.
Let's see. I think Zanzer can handle this guy, honestly. He's been rolling straight fire.
Feel free to stand in front of me and give me cover.
I'm good.
You're getting cover already from thousands of innocent people.
Well, I'm standing.
Alright, I'm going to make my
that's
athletics check. Nat 20, so that's not a problem.
Yep.
People just flying.
I'm literally plowing through the
You're
crowd.
smart enough to get out of your way. is what's
1,
happening.
2, 3,
You
4,
are,
5,
um,
6, 7, 8.
The replacements.
And I'm just gonna.
Just
Yeah,
run
that was
through
a
the
dash, so that's my action. That's where I land.
Alright, does 12 get there?
Nope.
It's actually 11 anyway. Okay, he whiffs. It's because you have the high ground. He's trying to stab your ankles, and it's not getting anywhere.
You may want to surrender. There's 2 against 1, you
He,
Rapscallion.
scumbag.
he gives you a big smile, a big toothy smile, and his
Butthead.
teeth are like black and rotted out.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
what an asswipe. I hate this guy.
Spits some blood at you.
Oh.
Theodosius.
Yes. I'm gonna try to swing on this bastard again.
Okay.
There we go. That's a 16.
16.
Hit it.
That'll strike him. Get that bread.
Good. And I'm using both hands on the quarterstaff.
Alright.
Ooh.
Swing it up.
Choking up on the bat.
Ooh. So that is...
Who kick you apart? Who kick you
7
apart?
on the dice. It's a quarterstaff.
Add your strength mod.
Add my strength on, so 8.
8 points. Believe it or not, this fucker's still up.
Oh my god. What an absolute stud. Let's recruit him.
I was gonna say, please tell me you took the end of it and you just knocked out the rest of his
And I'm
teeth.
going to use my my
All the rotten
bonus action
stumps.
to swing on him again.
Okay.
That's an 8.
No. Sorry.
The bonus action to do more attacks is hugely powerful at first level, huh?
She only do it a number of times per day equal to her wisdom mod. So she's capped. I think she just hit the last one.
No, I think I've got one more.
Do you have one more? Okay. Oh, that's right. You used one for the necklace and
One for the necklace and one for this.
2 for the
apple.
show. 3 and 4 to
Go, cat, go, yeah.
Alright, that's stupid. Zanzer.
Yeah.
Murder.
Stabbed in his face hole. That's 17.
Yep.
Wait a minute, am I doing this right? Make sure I'm
Kill
not fucking
him.
up. No, 17 is
you're
right.
rolling the
Okay.
dice.
And that's
If it
5.
hurt you,
I just want to make sure I was adding the right bonus.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
5 more points.
Still up.
Oh my god. I guess I'm bonus actioning.
Thanks, Fish Flare.
It's gonna be 22.
That'll hit.
And that's another 4.
That exactly does him in.
God. You're as ugly as you are resilient.
You could say the same thing about Dragomir.
It's true.
Yeah, you lace him up with the sword. He goes tumbling down. He actually hits part of the display case on the way down, and you see his blackened teeth go skittering across the top.
They start animating an attack of the crowd.
Yep.
And actually, my charisma score is very high, so Dragomir is actually probably pretty good looking. For a giant. He's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Is he sexy in a giant way, though?
No, he's giant in a sexy way.
It's a free action.
I dig it.
As a free action, I'm going to yell to these guys on the stage. I'm like, will you get off the stage? You're sitting ducks. I'm just going to yell that.
You try to be heard over the crowd. It sounds like they might have heard you.
Okay.
But Abdel Adrian doesn't seem to pay you any attention. You're not what he's looking for.
You're not the droid he's looking for.
Nemeia,
I'm gonna cast Firebolt on this big old boy over here.
the big lad.
Big lad.
Me?
No, the lad next to the big lad.
The small lad. He's little lad.
And that's gonna be a 23, and he takes 8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage is a lot. That's his first damage, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going
But that helps. I appreciate
It
it.
does help.
to get a little closer. I'm feeling dangerous today.
Alright.
So big and so strong.
Alright, so at the top of the initiative order, we go to the next phase.
Uh-oh.
As a man from the
Music
watch,
shift.
man from the watch gets kicked off the stage, and this fucker steps on.
Oh no!
Oh, Jimmy
he looks
Whispers.
bad.
And
That's the Grim Reaper.
Duke Adrian turns to look at him, and suddenly he's got the fire in his eyes again. He's got the sword in his hands, and he looks like he's salivating for a fight. He is so ready to kill this man.
Wow.
He went from, like, nothing to 60 like that, and he is so ready to throw down. You can hear him, like, because of his voice, because he's so big, you can hear it in the crowd. He just says, Viking! And this guy is like, it's time to finish this right here today.
How do you spell that?
Viekang.
Look at that. Take another. Viekenj.
Kang.
Kang. Viking bad guy. Got it.
Dragomir.
At this point, reinforcements for the bad guys appear on the back of the map. They're non-combatants for you. They are just killing people in the crowd indiscriminately.
Well, hot damn. Alright, well, I need to finish this tool bag off.
Yep. So top of the initiative order is Dragomir.
I am finishing this tool bag off.
Way to telegraph your moves.
I know, right? You saw that one coming. Yeah, that's a 23, and I do 9 points of damage to this man.
That's a big hit, but he's still very alive.
Okay. Yeah, I want to keep him tied up, or else this is going to keep killing people.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stand right here and just take it.
He's got nothing to do but try to stab you back. He can't flee. He's got a job to do. So here they come on you. That's pretty shit. He can't roll very well against you. 11 is my high roll, so
Nope.
that's a big whiff. He's starting to look panicked. He doesn't have the resolve that his compatriot did before he died.
Yeah. Well, considering that he stabbed the shit out of me and I barely noticed, so...
Yeah. He keeps hitting your armor plates. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, and my shield. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
Um.
Alright, anything else on your turn?
Nope, that was my move and my dash. I've used up all of my spell slots,
Oh, boy.
and I'm not a ranged fighter.
Yeah, sure enough.
But you're a goddamn hero. You saved lives today.
I saved one life today.
The
And
crowd,
Nemeia's.
More than 0.
the crowd is starting
And
to
I'm in
disperse.
first.
You will still be making checks if you want to get through the crowd, but the DC is going to drop after Theodosius' turn. That's why the crease in the board is here, by the way. This is the 10 marker. Zanzer.
So are these two now in melee combat? God, I don't know.
No, yeah, this is the pregame where they the camera pans back and forth between their faces.
They're circling.
They're grimacing at each other and they're like chewing their lip and they got their weapons out.
I don't know if I want to kill steal this guy from the Abdullah or Abdullah or whatever.
I'm not sure that that's on the table. I mean, you might just weaken him. I mean, you could try to go...
No, but I mean, I don't know. It feels like it's a mano showdown. I'm like, yeah, I want to respect this guy's.
Just get close. It looks like he's in trouble.
Just get right in the
Yeah, that's my
muscle
plan.
range.
Yeah.
And there's no other bad guys. You said they're non-combatants. So there's nobody else I can
Yeah,
use.
they're sort of non-combatants. I will let you make a skill check if you want to reduce the amount of casualties in the crowd.
Yeah, that's So I want to kind of stay in my position and keep a bead on this twerp, but I may move up a little bit. But I really want to shout to tell the crowd, there's exits over here, you morons. You don't have to pile up by that one door. It's an open area. Anybody, you can leave anywhere you want.
Roll the charisma check of your choice.
I just picture like a freestanding door frame, not attached to
Yeah,
any
it's a
walls. It's
ticket
just a
booth.
fire exit, and they're all trying to stream through it.
Meanwhile, everything else is open air. Cut the barbed wire. Just go through. Charisma's not my strength. I'll just use intimidation. I'll just call people names. That's only a 10.
Alright, that is actually good enough to save some lives.
Okay.
As people fear you because first they think you're a combatant. You're out there with a bow. It's scary. And they flee you, and then they realize you're trying to help, and then they flee faster. You were actually saving, we'll say you saved 15 lives on this day.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice. Cool.
Nemeia.
They're circling.
Yeah, they are about to get this throwdown started.
Any chance I could hit him with a magic missile?
There's absolutely a chance. If that's a magic missile, you can't miss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this guy with magic missile.
Alright.
Do I have to roll
Doesn't
for
like
that?
stealing.
You roll damage.
You only roll damage. It automatically hits.
So I'm gonna do all 3 bolts at him. So that's gonna be 3 for one, 2 for the other, and then
Another 3.
another 3. So that's 8 damage.
8 points, okay. You catch him sort of under the underarm and you see him wince, but he doesn't seem to react more than that. His
Okay.
focus is entirely on this motherfucker on the stage. He's fighting a 7-foot man. He's terrified.
That should be depending.
Fair. I think that's
We're
it.
gonna get up there
Yeah.
and figure this all out. We're gonna talk to him. We're
That's
gonna
it.
work out the
Alright.
details.